Hey there, curious minds and the delightfully bored. Welcome to another riveting episode of Backstories You Didn't Ask For, the show that digs up the dirt on the most random yet fascinating tidbits in history. I'm your host, Jim Chase, and today we're snuggling up to one of the most beloved childhood toys of all time, the teddy bear. Yes, that plush, cuddly companion with a surprisingly rich and snark-worthy backstory. So grab your favorite bear, settle in, and get ready for a long, winding tale that's fluffier than your grandma's homemade pancakes. Our story begins in the early 20th century, a time when the world was obsessed with two things: big game hunting and ridiculously adorable stuffed animals. It's 1902, and President Theodore Roosevelt, or Teddy to his pals, is on a hunting trip in Mississippi. Now, Teddy was known for his rugged outdoorsman persona. Think Bear Grylls, but with more mustache and less reality TV. However, on this particular trip, things didn't go quite as planned. After days of unsuccessful hunting, the guides, desperate to avoid presidential disappointment, cornered and tied up a black bear for Roosevelt to shoot. Because nothing says manly hunter like executing a defenseless tied-up animal. But here's the twist. Teddy refused to shoot the bear. He deemed it unsportsmanlike, which is a fancy way of saying he wasn't into bear murder that day. This act of mercy was a PR goldmine and was immortalized in a political cartoon by Clifford Berryman. The cartoon showed a cuddly bear which somehow translated into the idea of a children's toy. Because naturally, when you think of a dangerous predator, your first thought is, hey, this would make a great bedtime buddy for kids. Enter Morris Mitchum, a candy shop owner in Brooklyn with a knack for spotting a business opportunity. Mitchum and his wife Rose were inspired by the Roosevelt Bear cartoon and decided to create a stuffed bear. They made a cute, cuddly version and displayed it in their shop window with a sign that read, Teddy Bear. The toy was an instant hit, and soon Mitchum couldn't keep up with the demand. Imagine being Morris Mitchum, a man who went from peddling sweets to creating an iconic piece of Americana, all because a president had a rare moment of compassion. It's like the 1902 version of going viral. Mitchum eventually founded the Ideal Toy Company, and the teddy bear became a staple of childhoods everywhere. Who knew that a tied-up bear could lead to a multi-million-dollar industry? It's the American dream, folks. Find something people love and sell the hell out of it. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, the Steiff family in Germany was having their own stuffed animal epiphany. Margaret Steiff, a seamstress confined to a wheelchair by polio, started making elephant pin cushions that quickly became popular as children's toys. Seeing the potential, her nephew Richard Steiff designed a bear with movable joints. This was around the same time Mitchum was making waves in the U.S., but let's give credit where credit is due. The Steiffs were the first to mass-produce the teddy bear. The Steiff bears made their debut at the Leipzig Toy Fair in 1903 and caught the eye of an American buyer. Before you know it, 3,000 bears were shipped to the U.S., and the rest, as they say, is history. It's like discovering that your homemade cookies are so good that you end up supplying an entire country. Margaret Steiff didn't just sew toys, she stitched herself into the fabric of toy history. By the early 20th century, the teddy bear had taken the world by storm. It was the must-have toy, a status symbol for children. If you didn't have a teddy bear, were you even a kid? It's like not having a smartphone today. Unthinkable. Toy manufacturers everywhere jumped on the bandwagon, and teddy bears started appearing in all shapes and sizes. Some were realistic, others were cartoonishly cute, but all of them shared one common feature. They were adored by kids and adults alike. Even literature got on the teddy bear craze. A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh, based on his son Christopher Robin's real teddy bear, became an instant classic. Pooh and his 100-acre wood friends charmed their way into the hearts of readers everywhere. And let's not forget Michael Bond's Paddington Bear, who traveled all the way from Peru to London and into our collective consciousness. Bears were no longer just wild animals. They were lovable, huggable companions with stories and personalities. The teddy bear became a symbol of comfort and security, a soft friend in a sometimes harsh world. They were there to dry tears, ward off nightmares, and be a confidant for children's secrets. And for the parents, they were a godsend, a tool to keep their kids quiet and content. It's amazing how a stuffed bear could wield so much power. As we moved into the mid-20th century, the teddy bear continued to evolve. Innovations in materials and manufacturing meant that bears became softer, more durable, and more diverse. They were no longer just brown or black. Teddy bears came in all colors of the rainbow. Some even had special features like talking mechanisms, moving parts, and even accessories. Yes, the teddy bear was the original influencer, sporting the latest in bear fashion and technology. Companies like Gun, Raspberry, and Thai Inc. jumped into the fray, each trying to outdo the other with the cuteness and collectability. Beanie Babies, anyone? Those little plush critters turned the toy market into a speculative frenzy, with people treating them like precious commodities. It was like the stock market crash of 1929, but with more plush toys and fewer financial ruin.
Oh, no.
And let's not forget the Teddy Ruxpin, the talking bear that read stories to you. Introduced in the 1980s, Teddy Ruxpin was like having your own personal bedtime storyteller, minus the human interaction. It was both a marvel of technology and a bit creepy, depending on your tolerance for talking toys. But hey, kids loved it, and parents loved anything that kept kids entertained and out of their hair for a few minutes. The teddy bear didn't just stay in the Western world, it became a global phenomenon. In Japan, the kawaii culture embraced the teddy bear with open arms. Companies like Sanex and Sanrio introduced characters like the Rilakkuma, a relaxed bear who embodied the Japanese art of just chilling out. These bears weren't just toys, they were lifestyle icons, teaching us all to take a break and enjoy the simple things in life, because sometimes you need a bear to remind you to relax. In Russia, teddy bears took on a slightly more rugged persona, reflecting the country's harsh winters and resilient spirits. Bears have always been part of Russian folklore, and the plush versions became a natural extension of this cultural love affair. From China to Australia, the teddy bear became a universal symbol of comforting companionship, transcending cultural boundaries and language barriers. It's like the United Nations, but fluffier and far more effective at making people smile. Even in the war-torn regions, teddy bears have been used as symbols of hope and resilience. Organizations have distributed bears to children affected by conflict, providing a small measure of comfort in the midst of chaos. It's a statement to the teddy bear's enduring appeal and its ability to convey a sense of safety and love, no matter where you are in the world. Now let's talk about the adults who never outgrew their love for teddy bears. Yes, I'm talking about teddy bear collectors. These folks take their bear obsession to the next level, amassing vast collections of rare and vintage bears. It's like Pokemon, but with more stuffing and fewer video games. Teddy bear conventions and shows are a real thing, where enthusiasts gather to buy, sell, and trade their beloved plush companions. There's even a term for it, arctophiles. Sounds fancy, right? Collectible bears like those made by Stife or limited edition artist bears can fetch thousands of dollars. That's right, some people spend more on a teddy bear than most of us do on a used car. These bears are meticulously crafted, with hand-stitched details and luxurious materials. They're not just toys, they're works of art. And if you're ever invited to a teddy bear collector's house, be prepared for a guided tour of their furry museum. Just don't touch anything without permission. You don't want to be responsible for damaging a bear that costs more than your mortgage. And let's not forget the teddy bear museums. Yes, those exist too. From England to South Korea, these are the museums dedicated to the history and artistry of teddy bears. You can see everything from antique bears to celebrity bears, and even bears dressed up as historical figures. It's like a history lesson, but with more cuteness and less boredom. And who knows, you might leave with a newfound appreciation for these fuzzy icons. In today's world, the teddy bear continues to hold a special place in our hearts. They're evolving with the times, incorporating new technologies and designs to stay relevant in an ever-changing toy market. From build-your-own teddy bear workshops like Build-A-Bear to high-tech bears with interactive features, these cuddly companions have come a long way since their humble beginnings and quite possibly might take over the world. Build-A-Bear Workshop revolutionized the way we think about teddy bears by allowing customers to create personalized bears from scratch. You pick out the fur, stuff it, and even give it a heart, complete with a special wish. It's a combination of customization and ritual that has kids and adults alike hooked. You can even dress your bear in the latest fashions or as your favorite superhero. It's like having a Barbie for those who prefer a bit more fuzz in their life. And then there are the high-tech bears. Today's teddy bears can do more than just sit on a shelf and look cute. We have bears that can talk, sing, tell stories, and even connect to your smartphone. Some of these modern bears come equipped with sensors and artificial intelligence, making them interactive companions for kids. It's both a marvel of modern technology and a slightly unnerving reminder that we live in the age of smart toys. Imagine if Teddy Ruxpin had access to the internet. Now that's a chilling thought. Teddy bears have cemented their place in pop culture as well. From movies and TV shows to books and music, these plush toys have been featured in countless ways. Think about it. How many movies have a scene where a kid clutches a teddy bear for comfort? It's practically a cinematic trope at this point. Who can forget the iconic character of Ted from the movie Ted? A foul-mouthed, beer-drinking, pot-smoking teddy bear voiced by Seth MacFarlane. It's like someone took the innocence of a teddy bear and threw it out the window, then added a dash of raunchy humor. Despite, or maybe because of, his less than family-friendly antics, Ted became an instant hit, proving that even the most wholesome toys can have a wild side. And then there's Lotso from Toy Story 3, the seemingly sweet but ultimately villainous bear who ruled over Sunnyside Daycare with an iron paw. Lotso reminded us that not all teddy bears are created equal. Some just might be hiding a sinister agenda beneath their fluffy exteriors. It's a good lesson in not judging a book by its cover, or in this case, a bear by its fur. Teddy bears also pop up in music, with songs like Elvis Presley's Teddy Bear cementing their status as cultural icons. The Beatles song I'm a Loser features a teddy bear as a symbol of lost innocence in childhood. And let's not forget the countless children's songs and lullabies that feature these cuddly companions. They're everywhere, and for good reason. They're an enduring symbol of comfort and nostalgia. The legacy of the teddy bear is one of enduring charm and universal appeal. They've been with us through thick and thin, providing comfort in times of need and joy in times of celebration. They're the silent listeners to our childhood dreams and fears, the guardians of our secrets, and the companions of our bedtime stories. Even in the face of modern technology and ever-changing trends, the teddy bear remains a beloved figure. They remind us of the importance of compassion, comfort, and the simple joys of life. They're a timeless reminder that sometimes the best things in life are soft, cuddly, and filled with stuffing. No, we're not talking about me. In a world that's often chaotic and unpredictable, the teddy bear stands as a symbol of stability and warmth. They may not solve all of our problems, but they offer a kind of solace that's hard to find elsewhere. So next time you see a teddy bear, whether it's in a store, a museum, a movie, take a moment to appreciate the long and storied history behind that familiar face. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating, snark-filled history of the teddy bear. From a president's act of mercy to a global phenomenon, these little bears have seen it all. They've been loved, collected, celebrated, and even immortalized in pop culture. So next time you hug your teddy bear, remember the incredible journey that brought it to your arms. Thanks for tuning in to Backstories You Didn't Ask For. I'm Jim Chase, and I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the fluffy, cuddly world of teddy bears. Whether you still sleep with one or think they're just dust collectors, you can't deny their charm and cultural impact. Remember to rate and review this podcast, because just like teddy bears, we thrive on being loved and appreciated. Until next time, stay curious, keep laughing, and maybe give your old teddy a hug. Cheers!